What's up guys, it's Oblivious Gamer here, and well, today a Nintendo Direct happened, and of course, we got a ton of news, some amazing games, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for example, but also Mecha Fans got some amazing news. Of course, Front Mission is getting a remake, but not just that, Gundam Fans got some amazing news, and I was very excited, and it's the fact that there's a new SD Gundam game that's being made, and it was announced in the Direct, and it's called SD Gundam Battle Alliance. Usually SD Gundams tend to be turn-based games, but this one seems a bit different, and I think a lot of you guys will enjoy the changes in the gameplay. SD Gundam Alliance looks really fun and amazing from the first set of footage that we saw during the Direct, and I'm quite excited as a huge Gundam fan. Anything that is Gundam that's gonna come here to the West, I'm always gonna support. I'm always for that, except for trash, and you know what game I'm talking about. But most of the time, you want to support it because you want them to bring the good games here. So I'm very happy for this. Now, before I continue, if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe. So first I want to talk and mention a new trailer came out as I was making this video, doing the editing, so I have to rework a bit. And it was revealed that SD Gundam Battle Alliance is coming out to every platform available, basically. And I know some people were worried that it will only be on the Switch because of course it was announced in the Direct, even though there was no word on if it's going to be Switch exclusive or what other platforms it was going to make. But it's coming out for most platforms, which is great news. That means that everyone will be able to experience this game. It's always great when most platforms or most people get their hands on this game because it means more people will enjoy the franchise. The new trailer is a bit longer than what we originally saw, and I have to say it's looking great. I can't wait to battle all those bosses and just have a blast with up to 3 players. Here, take a brief look. As I mentioned before, I feel lately most of the SD Gundam games have been turn-based RPGs. An example, the latest one that came out here in the West on Steam was SD Gundam Cross Race, which of course was a turn-based game. I think the PSP ones I used to play were also turn-based games. I mean, most of the time that's usually the genre they tend to choose for this franchise. So I was quite surprised to see this game being an action RPG. Now, I love turn-based games, don't get me wrong. But I feel this is a bit refreshing and something new, like a nice change, and I think this will also attract more people to try it, because I know, not everybody's a fan of turn-based games. A lot of people have been preferring more action RPGs, and we have seen sort of a lot of famous franchises evolve from being turn-based to more action. I don't want to say it's the best pathway to go, but I think it's a welcome change, and I think it's gonna help more people get into the game. Of course, I always will love the turn-based game, and I will always support if they come out with a new game that is turn-based. But I think this could be a good new entry into the series, and it's always nice to see the developers exploring more and instead of just doing the same thing over and over and over again. I do want to say I understand also some people don't like SD Gundam because they look chibi, but hey, I think they look fine. I mean, I like them. I'm not bothered by this because I know some people are gonna come out and be like, why are we doing SD Gundam? We could have just done, actual Gundam, and it would have been amazing. And I think also, in all honesty, if they would have done an action RPG with Gundams, that would have been amazing, not the SD. But I'm still happy we're getting SD Gundams. I'm all for it. And I understand it's not gonna be the cup of tea of some people, but hey, it is something, and I think you should give it a shot. It looks fun. Now, not much information is out there from this game, but so far, what we know is this game, of course, will be an action RPG. The game has a focus on time distortion, so that means we will be seeing a lot of different eras and suits, which is great. It's always great when you get to see your favorite suit, and the more suits there is, the more variety and the more people will want to try and play because there's more reasons to try and collect your favorite suit. And like I mentioned in the trailer, we do get to see quite the variety. You will be able to take and control 3 suits during battle. You of course will be able to upgrade them, which that's of course the role-playing aspect, and I'm wondering how these upgrades are going to play a role. Is it just going to be very simple, or is it going to be like you can upgrade like specific parts? Will you be able to change like your weapons? Like, I'm very curious. And of course, one of the best things that was announced is the game has co-op, which means you and your buddies will be able to team up and fight against bosses and other mobile suits, which is always great. It's always fun when you get to bring your friends and play with them. I am wondering though, will it have crossplay? I think if they do have crossplay, I think that would be amazing, because that means like you'll be able to play with anyone. Though I don't know if that will happen. I mean, not everybody does crossplay, and I know it's a bit of a subject that not a lot of companies like to talk about, so we'll have to see about that. But I think it would be amazing, because that means that no matter what platform, your friend is using, you will be able to team up with them. So far, at least, as we're not making the video, that's all we know. Of course, more information will come, and it could come out later. And I'm hoping that when I release the video, there's not like a ton of information out there, because that would make this video pointless. So far, the game is coming out this year. No specific date, so I will be keeping an eye out for this game. I'm extremely excited for this. It looks nice, refreshing, and something new to the SD Gundam series. I will miss the turn-based, but I welcome this, and I will be keeping an eye out for this game. I would definitely be bringing some updates, so if you are interested in this game, hey, like I mentioned before, feel free to subscribe. I'll make sure to cover this game as much as I can. In the end, what are your thoughts? Are you happy? Were you surprised? Feel free to leave them down below. This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night wherever you are.